Different day, different location, you know what I mean? Today's topic is gonna be about something that I've already talked about. It is a very crucial topic, I think, especially for young people, because there is way too much noise right now. There is way too much information. There is way too much advice. There is way too much authorities and just older people talking bullshit while they don't know how it is to be a young man. That's why I want to address it today again with a different perspective, with a more specific reasoning behind it. Because I think you should focus on what matters. And what matters in this society at this moment right now is to be free while making money. You have to find a way to make money while not spending actively time while doing so. Of course, at the beginning, there will be many tries, many failures in whatever industry, whatever niche you pick, wherever you try to excel at. At the beginning, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna feel like you're just wasting your time. It's gonna feel like you're trying to achieve something that is virtually impossible, but it is because you've seen it online, you've seen people do it, and you have to realize that you're realistically most likely not chasing millions here. You're not chasing, you don't want to become a Rothschild or whatever. You just want to become a guy that has enough money to sustain himself while putting as little effort as possible in his income flow. And what I mostly mean by that is you have to find a way to automatize money. You have to find your way to earn money while you're not actively working on the case. Don't let all of these boomers tell you that you should work a job to actually live a nice life, because for a good amount of people, and we know it because we've talked about it, and you know it because you've seen it elsewhere, a 9 to 5 at the moment feels like a very low hanging fruit. It feels like it is something that people do just to survive. And realistically, if you're a person that watches this video, you probably have a good amount of doubts going in your mind about a 9 to 5. You really are hesitant about if this is actually the right way to go for it, if this is the right reasoning, if this is the right opportunity for you, the right path that you should take. And it's probably not. Your 20s are not worth minimum wage. Just understand that your time, this is your prime. These are your prime years. You're in the best shape of your life. You're in the best cognitive functioning of your life. Your body can endure everything. Your mind can endure everything. Sure, you might lack experience, but the good sides outweigh the bad sides. You should not spend your 20s working for a minimum wage job at a random company and enriching this boss of yours. I mean, it doesn't matter if he's a good or a bad person. The reality is that you're getting fucked. You're getting butt fucked, and you should not allow it. You're working for like a 2 or 3K per month, and he's making probably millions off of you. I mean, it's not his fault. It's not your fault. It's a system. It's the way it works, and it is the capitalistic system. We like it or not, we live it. We live in it, and we can't really change it. And I don't think it's really gonna change in the upcoming period, which is not a bad thing. It's just the way it is, and you have to adapt and play your cards the best you can. So don't spend your 20s, don't spend the peak of your human existence working for a minimum wage job while you're capable of doing something a lot more prestige with your life, with your time, with your brain. Your brain is good, your brain is functioning, your brain is capable of so much more, but you're just but you're working at KFC, you're working at McDonald's, you're working at whichever big corporation you can name, or even some local restaurant, whatever. You're working at a place that realistically just pays you pennies. It pays you just enough so that you don't complain and that you keep coming back. And you waste this period of prosperity, this period of so many possibilities and opportunities in a period that you're so capable of doing everything. You're wasting it to work a job. I know that every situation is different. I know that some people will be more privileged than others. Some people will be able to afford themselves to now work until like 26 or whatever because they can live with their parents and not pay anything. And some people will have to start working at 16 to sustain themselves. Everybody is different. Life is harsh and it's not gonna be same for everybody. But if you're somewhere in the middle, and you probably are, you're probably at the top of the curve, you will have a chance to spare some money in your 20s, early 20s. Just start working, work for a year or two, make some money, make enough of a cushion for yourself to be able to fall on if things go bad. But then use your brain, use your powerful brain to actually make something of yourself. Find your field of interest, find your hobby, explore your ideas, whatever it is, go for it, pursue it, try to make something off of it. Because again, these precious years, these valuable years of your life are not worth, will never righteously be spent at a big corporation job. Okay, if you're at a bank, if you work at some high managerial position at a big corporation or some nice local place of yours, then I mean, it's worth it. Like, you will make a buck and it's gonna be worth the while, it's gonna be worth the hustle. But I'm talking about, again, the average person is not gonna land a accountant job, is not gonna be a banker, is not gonna be a CEO or whatever executive of some company. It's not gonna happen. Some people will just finish college, not be able to find a job in their field, and then just work a random job because they think that is the only way. And I truly, truly believe that it is not the only way. You have this fire, this fuel inside of you that has been numbed by many things in your life, by media, even by food, by the economy, by maybe your social circle, whatever it might be. There are many factors in your life that are numbing you down, that are making you feel like you're worthless or that you're not capable enough, but you are. I think if you're watching this video, you probably are, because you're interested in this stuff. And if you're interested in this topic, you probably already feel some sense that you don't belong at the place where you are right now, which already means that you're thinking outside of the box, if maybe not consciously, but subconsciously, because your subconscious is already telling you that something is wrong with your day-to-day life and that you need to change something. So this already made my point. Your 20s are way too valuable. Your 20s are way too important for you to just fuck around, spend them at a minimum income job, and then turn 30 and be like, oh shit, now I'm starting a family, or I'm renting this place, or I've moved to this place, and I have nothing on my name really. I'm planning to do things that will cost me even more money and more time, which means I'll have less time to spend on myself and on my own development. And on top of that, you're getting older, which means your body and your mind are starting to move towards their decay. And I don't want to sound nihilistic, I think, or negative. I think you can make a good amount of things in your 30s and in your 40s. There were many successful people making it out of the gutter in their later years and using their 20s as a place where they failed and got up and failed again and got up and then got into the generic shit and then got up again. There's plenty of examples. So what I want to say, that in a combination of black and white, there is some gray in it. So it's not really going to be perfect for everybody, and the timeline is going to be different for everybody as well. But the truth is, just stop listening to the boomers. Stop listening to them, because they lived in a different time. They lived in a different environment, in a different state of the economy, in a different house market, in a different property market, even if in a different like taxation system. Like, everything was different back then. Like, things have changed, things are different right now, which means you have to take different approach to make the most of it, to make the most out of your youth. Sure, don't forget to go out, don't forget to make friends and drink and, you know, clap some cheeks and whatever, but you have to also understand that you have to take care of your 20s on as many areas of your life as possible. And I think finances are very important. They're very much almost at the top. I think like health, family, relationships are probably more important, but then after that, your finances are really one of the pillars of your 20s that you have to work on, that you have to build. So you have to take that in consideration. You have to think about it carefully. And you have to understand that working a job will not get you anywhere. You will be probably at a very close, very similar position where you were like in your 20s when you turn 30. What I mean is, like, if you now go to like Burger King and if you work there for like 7 years and you're like 23 and then you turn 30 by the end of the 7th year, you will be at a roughly similar position where you were, and maybe you might even be in a worse position because of all the inflation, of all the shit that is going on in the world. You might be in a better position if things get better, but as things stand, it's not really likely that this economy is gonna see brighter days in the upcoming future, at least in the short term. So that is why I'm saying you should not waste your 20s. If you really don't like anything about it, just go out and travel, gather human experiences, meet people in South America, meet people in Africa, meet people in Asia, go to Europe, whatever it might be. Just fuck around. Don't let them milk everything off of you. Don't let them milk your 20s. Don't let big corporations, don't let the system, don't let these taxation systems steal your 20s. Don't work your whole 20s if you don't like it or if you don't get something in return that is actually worth it. Try different things, try different businesses, try different ideas, seek opportunities. And again, if you don't have anything on your mind right now, go out and travel. Discover the world that you don't know, because that is also another way to get ideas, to get more knowledge of your environment. So don't listen to them, man. Focus on what matters in your 20s. Focus on your finances today. As I said, we talk about finances as one of the pillars in your 20s. Focus on your finances, but don't make sure that you just earn money brainlessly. Actually try to find the flow of the money, trying to find the river of the money, where money goes and from where it begins. Try to find the stream and get into it. Try to get into it. Find a valuable skill you can learn. Find a problem that you can solve that would get you into the stream of the money. Once you get in there, I think it's very hard to fail. I think it is almost unreasonably that you will ever need to go back to working a 9 to 5, because along the way you will figure out a lot of things about money and how it works and how it transfers from one place to another place. You'll get in the middle of it. That's it. Don't be scared to try. Don't be scared to test and to risk periods of your 20s, to actually explore ideas, to believe yourself, to learn from all of the experiences that you're gonna get throughout all of these years. Because working at McDonald's will never ever get you anywhere. That's the whole thing I'm trying to hammer in your head. Don't listen to the boomers that are telling you that you need a safe job and that you need to settle. Like, no, you don't fucking need to settle. You just started to live. Like, you just finished high school and you graduated from college. You're actually just starting to live. You're actually just putting your foot in the job market and be in it for a while, be in it for 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, 24 months, earn some money, and then try to figure out what you want. Try to figure out where you thrive at, explore ideas, seek opportunities, and so on. I think I've said it all. I think I've said enough. I just get really triggered. Like, I think a way to rage bait me very easily is look for a safe 9 to 5 job. Like, when a boomer says to me, look for a 9 to 5 job and like just seek stability and safety, I really just want to leave the place and just jump off the first bridge I find. I really want to. I just have this opposing idea in my head that I think it's not worth it. And maybe it was propagated in my head through like all of this ungrateful youth out there online and, you know, people that talk about this subject as well. But I don't think so. I think the reality is that 9 to 5 just doesn't really work at the moment for most of the people. And the likelihood of you ending up in that big majority of people that 9 to 5 doesn't work for is big. The chances are huge. So better just try to fuck around, trying to actually be innovative and to find solutions for existing problems and make some money off of it. Let them pay for your services, for your products, whatever you come up with. And I think you'll be fine. And I think you'll be very grateful to yourself that you didn't listen to all of these boomers out there who think that we're living in the 80s. No, bro, the hippies revolution is done. It's over. We're not in the sexual revolution. We're not in the hippies revolution anymore. We're in a tyrannical era where AI takes everything, the billionaires take your property, the prices are getting inflated. We live in that age, and they don't understand it because they already have built their reality a long time ago and they live in it because it's safe, it's nice, they got all the benefits from it. But you're out there now in the world and you can't really figure things out because things are hard to figure out right now, and they think, oh well, if a 9 to 5 worked for me back in the day, it should probably also work for you. But no, it doesn't work for you. Just look around you and you will see that things have turned a little dystopian and a little tyrannical. And I mean, we should end it on a positive note. Just don't give a fuck about it as much. I mean, sure, it's not bad to know what is happening in the world, but try to tune it down, try to actually live your life, try to figure it out, try to, again, seek opportunities, build relationships, experience things in general, whatever those might be. And I think you'll be fine. But yeah, be youthful, be spiritual, believe in God, and I think you'll be fine. Bless you.